Brian, Biggin, Noble. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, Rick. Good to be here, buddy. Good to be in Lawrenceburg, Indiana this afternoon.
Well, I haven't seen you since probably over in Dillsboro.
Yep, it's been a little while. We'll be going back to there again, but this was been busy. You know, nonstop. That's how we do it.
Well, I'll tell you what. We've got you in here because you got some big news for us, don't you?
Sure, I guess it's been a whirlwind the last month here. I recorded a new single. It's the song that I wrote called "Missin You." It's been a long time writing it, and finally got a little inspiration to go ahead and release it. And that inspiration comes from a long story about this song, but we'll get into that as we go into it. But you know, I'm happy to be with it. I started writing it and got it all finished up, and then I got hooked up with an old friend of mine, Joe Kelly from Nashville, Tennessee, and he's the president of CDX Nashville, and you know, he agreed to help get this thing out there to radio, and we partnered up, and happy to be doing it, and glad to be here, and it must be working. We're going to let it release on your show today.
Yeah, it's released digitally today, as a matter of fact, nationally.
Yep, nationally today. Yep.
And now this was recorded at Soul.
Soul mastered it, and I also recorded some of it at Get Lost Studios. And
okay.
But Brian here local at Soul Records did it for me and finished it up, and then here we go. You know, we got it ready to go.
Well, you want to play it?
Let's play it. Let's see if we can make some people cry in the afternoon this beautiful day.
We don't want to make them cry unless the sun's in their eyes. This is a brand new release from Brian, Biggin, Noble. It is called "Missin You." Let's get it.
Got the news the day that you were gone. In my mind I would be strong. Knew someday I'd lose my friend. Knew someday it was gonna end. No pain and no more suffering. Pain is gone, but so are you. Never knew this would be so hard. Oh, missing you. Oh, someday you'll be waiting for me. What a great reunion it will be. Happy, healthy, and forever young. And the beauty of God's words being sung. No pain and no more suffering. Pain is gone, but so are you. Never knew this would be so hard. Missing you. Clouds, I rejoice in knowing the place you found. I knew someday I'd lose my friend. I knew someday it was gonna end. As I wake from this crazy dream, what's so real, also it seems. Lie here awake, wiping the tears from my eyes. Now knowing that it's okay to die. No pain or no more suffering. Pain is gone, but so are you.
99.3. That is the newest release from Biggin. It's called Missin You, and that is out digitally today. And boy, that's a great song.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Always love the sound of your voice, Biggin. And now, you touched on this a little earlier about how this took you about 6 years to write this song. Give us a little bit of the story about that, please.
Yeah, it's a lot of people are familiar with Dallas Moore in the area, and his lead guitar player was a good friend of mine. He actually lived with me for a while out in Sunman, Indiana, not too far from here. Chuck Maporgo, and Chuck had came down with cancer and was a strong fighter all the way through it and played music all the way through. And he was a road dog like Dallas and traveled all over the United States. And the first verse of this song was wrote the day they called me and told me that Chuck had passed away. And I wrote the song, I wrote that verse, and I thought, well, I'm gonna finish this. And then I put it on the shelf and set it in my office, and it sat there for a long time. And so that was in 2020. And in that time, I'd lost my father to cancer, and I'd previously lost my father-in-law to cancer. And it just, it was and my wife works in the cancer field, so we see it a lot, but it's still touching when you lose people. And it finally took a long time to finish to write it, and I lost another good friend of mine, and Randy Holt was a police officer here in the county, and lost him to cancer. And he worked all the way to the last week as a police officer till he passed away. And the second verse was wrote then, and then I left it alone again, and I thought, well, I'm going to finish this thing someday, and I sit it down, and then I went down I was playing a lot down south, and playing a lot down south in the Florida area, and came across a guy by the name of T-Bone Montgomery, who was a good friend of mine. And T-Bone had a bass player, and I was watching him go through the same thing that I had went through. And he lost his buddy to cancer, and so when he did that, then I wrote the last verse.
All
and
right.
And then I thought, well, I'm going to get this out there, and let's let people understand. If you listen to the song, you'll see that really it's a song about losing somebody, but it's saying it's okay to let them go, because they're going to an eternal place that we all hope to call home someday.
Well, beautiful story and a great song, and I wish you the best of luck, Big, and I hope you get all kinds of radio stations across the country heading this thing.
Thank you so much, and I'm glad that it got to be right on Eagle Country today, and my favorite hometown radio stations.
Wonderful to see you again there, brother.
Good to see you,
Stop
buddy.
in any time, and best of luck to you.
Thank you guys always. I appreciate you.
All right.